Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Blaikie, Liver Flesh Man here with another recipe. This is a raw food recipe here. This is going to be a nice little quick snack here. We're going to make our own raw nut butter here. This one you can either soak the nuts or not soak the nuts. Depends on how much time you have in preparation. But I'll tell you how this recipe is going to go here. Alright, so first of all, here we got the two kind of apples. Well, this is a pear apple. Alright, so I'm just going to slice the pear apples into like a nice decent thickness like that. That's going to be our little snack here, like this. Boom. And yeah, well, maybe we'll just go with the pear apple and not the other apple here this time. This will fill up the plate here, and then you can always come back and, of course, make more. Oh well, let's just cut it right through there. And the good thing about pears, as you know, you can really eat the whole thing. There's only a little bit. Even the seeds are pretty soft and edible in pears. So this pear apple is much very similar to a cross between a pear and an apple, of course. So you can basically just use the whole thing like we are here. Maybe just cut out a little, just a tiny little bit of where the seeds are, and then boom, there we go, we got it. We use the whole pear apple right there, except the little tiny bit. Alright, and then so now the next part is the nut butter here. And for that, what we're going to do is we're going to add some nuts and some oils. Alright, so let's go with some oils. We got the macadamia nut oil, extra virgin, cold pressed macadamia nut oil. So the oil is going to help to blend up those nuts there. This is the hemp oil. There we go. Macadamia, hemp, get a variety of oils. Organic hazelnut, certified organic, cold pressed hazelnut. Boom. A little specialty exotic one there. And I also got this neat oil here. It's got omega-3 and omega-6, cold press camelina oil. That's the first time I've ever heard of this oil. I have yet to research it, but the neat thing when I looked at it here, it's a saturated fat as well as a polyunsaturated fat. So monounsaturated. So polysaturated, monounsaturated, and saturated. So this is one of the ones, very few oils that is both saturated and unsaturated. Alright, this is a rare kind of oil, so I thought I would get that one. Alright, that one's cool. They're getting more and more different oils there. Colloidal gold, might as well throw a little trace of that in. Boom, as well. And even a little bit of apple cider vinegar on that guy, just a little dash of that. Little bit of aloe vera juice here. Boom, a little bit of that, a little dash of that as well. And even a little bit of castor oil as well. A little bit of castor oil. Boom, there we go. And a bit of that. And we could use these goji berries, or we got fresh cranberries as well to put on the top after we make the nut butter. So with the nut butter here, you add whatever kind of nuts you want. I'm going to add a small handful of Brazil nuts here, and more Brazil nut. I'm going to put in these exotic pine nuts, and after you make the nuts, you can also stick the pine nuts and stuff, a little garnish as well, which is nice. Like I just buy these nuts in bulk here, and they're all organic. They're all raw as well. The only two that aren't organic are pistachios and the pine nuts, because those are such rare that they don't really come in organics where I am. Otherwise I would. But the thing is with those ones, you know, the pine cone is generally not sprayed, you know, and the pistachio nuts have a really hard shell, as all nuts have really hard shells. So the chances of, and much of the pesticides, if they do spray them, but that wouldn't be in the nuts or the seeds very much because they have such a hard outside. Plus anything that has a hard outside like that, they basically are organic. It's just that they're not certified because that costs money and some of the farmers don't spend the money. So the next one here is pistachio nut. I'm sure you know all these nuts. They're nothing new to you. Sesame seeds as well. That would be a nice little garnish as well. We might throw some of that on at the end, and that makes it a kind of tahini. So we're going to want the right consistency here of this nut butter so we can put it on here and make our little snack. So homemade nut butter, and this has got all the nuts in it. Here's raw pumpkin seeds, right? More omega fatty acids. Alright, boom. Good on that. And well, we got about, I think, 8 nuts in there, plus the hemp hearts. Those are amazing. The meat inside of the hemp seed. And a little bit of almonds too. I do prefer to soak these and take the skin off, but today this is fine. This will be good. Alright. So there we go. We got all this stuff. And maybe even a little bit of flax that bring in some high quality fiber as well, and that'll help bind it all together. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's see what we're looking like right now. The spoon out and check this out here. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's a beauty. So it's just as easy as taking it out and spreading it over there. Nice nut butter kind of paste. And you see the texture on that, it's thick enough that it's not runny, but at the same time it's not so well blended like a really fine nut butter. It's got a bit of chunks to it and stuff, and I like that. But I mean, it's got amazing oils in there too. This stuff is really tasty. So making your own nut butter can be pretty quick and simple. You don't even need to soak the nuts. As you can see here, this is working just fine. So on the fly, you don't have to soak it, or you can also soak it, and if you soak it, that helps bring out the digestive enzymes, softens it up, easier to break down for the body and assimilate in the digestive system. But this is pretty good too. The fresh nut butter off the raw nuts. You really want raw nuts though, you don't want the roasted nuts. Alright, there we go. We're good. Nice little snack here. So we got our nut butter, about probably 8 to 10 different nuts in this nut butter, homemade nut butter, and then bring in a little bit of goji sprinkle on there. A little sprinkle of goji. Let's get that out here. A little goji. And the goji berry is powerful antioxidants, nice sweet flavor. If you've never had them, you can get them at most health food stores nowadays. And the dry bulk section, as well as all the nuts and seeds. So got those, and then little one of these in the middle here, a real cranberry here, a raw cranberry. Give it a little bit of nice rawness to it as well, and a beautiful look. Nice beautiful creation. And finally, for a little bit more of a garnish, another good idea would be to add some bee pollen, which is a superfood. But we'll just add a little bit of sesame seeds here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this recipe here inspires you to come up with some variations of, and inspire some creative raw food recipes right there. Boom, I'll bring this up nice and close so you can see how beautiful this is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful raw food snack with homemade nut butters. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm Blaikie, the Liver Flush Man. We will see you next time.